Welcome to Burn Up!
It's not the name of the show.
The worst show on television.
Welcome to 616 Entertainment's WWE RAW Talks. What we do on the show is we sit down, myself and the artist formerly known as Mike Charles, talk about WWE's flagship program, Monday Night Raw. Talk it out, we review it segment by segment. By seven?
Segment.
By segment.
That's everyone knew what you meant.
You fucked up. You fucked up. Let's get right to it. First thing we had, I'm going to skip the initial promo. Basically, Triple H was like, we got a big announcement on Raw. We don't know what it is. We're not going to spend any time on it. Roman Reigns versus Big Show.
Shut up.
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah.
What'd you think about this match?
Well, when it was first announced, when we found out who was going to be wrestling Big Show, I was like, all right, start with an uninteresting match. That's a good way to start. We're going to start with Roman Reigns, who I'm a fan of, but he's a little, some people might be a little sore on him from the Rumble.
Yes.
You know, that's a bigger topic, bigger subject.
The Rumble, which we covered on 616
Yeah.
Entertainment Podcast, episode 46.
But then to have him face the Big Show, who is, I kind of think is a mess of a character.
Yeah. I wrote down, I don't think he should be working Big Show.
No, he shouldn't.
Like, obviously Roman needs the experience. He needs the rub of guys who are veterans, you know, because he still is a super rookie. And I'm not trashing Roman Reigns. I like Roman Reigns. I don't care that the internet doesn't like Roman Reigns. I like him. Do I wish it was Daniel Bryan in his position? Yes. Do I wish, or yes, you know. Do I wish it was Dolph Ziggler in his position? Yes.
Absolutely.
Do I wish it was Cesaro in his position? Yes. Would I be okay with Rusev in his position? Yes. But does that make me hate Roman Reigns? No.
No, I'm happy for him in that position.
I am. I feel extremely bad for him, way he's being treated.
Big time. By the universe.
Mistakes are being made every week with him.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to turn on him until I legitimately don't like him anymore, organically. I'm not going to let... they're booing him. Yeah, you know what? Fuck Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. I don't think he should be working with Big Show because he's done so much with the Big Show already. It's already boring. I don't want to be an asshole, but if Big Show's going to wrestle a guy, it's probably going to be boring. You know, they did the thing with... They had Roman and Orton before Orton disappeared, and they had a...
Great matches.
Pretty good...
not great matches.
They had a pretty good match at SummerSlam. Orton was able to take Roman 15, 16 minutes probably, and it was a match that... It wasn't a piece of shit. I was a little bored by it, but, you know, Orton's not the most entertaining guy as it is. You know, he's very cut and dry. He's got his own style. You could tell in the ring, Big Show was calling the whole thing. Yeah. Several times. Like, as Big Show does a lot. He doesn't give a fuck where the cameras are. He doesn't care. He doesn't even try to be quiet. He shouts exactly what they're going to do. And if you pay attention at all, you know where the match is going. Yeah. I think Big Show's getting a little too big to get thrown off the top rope.
Well,
by big, I mean old. He is too big, and now I think he's too old.
He took it well, though.
I guess.
I respect his gumption. For getting, taking those bumps.
Moving on, I wrote down Seth versus Ryback, and my first point was, never mind. Because Rollins came out with J&J, and he made the open challenge, and then Ryback's music hit, and I was like, I don't know if we've ever seen this match before, which I don't know if we have, and I was kind of looking forward to it, but then it broke down into the mess of J&J got in the ring with Seth to beat up Ryback. And then...
Eric Rowan.
Rowan came out, and then Ziggler came out. I wanted to call him Eric Roberts. That's not the same guy.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a guy on the White Sox, I think, when they won the...
Aaron Rowan.
Yeah. And that's the name I always...
And then he went to the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah.
I think he's retired now.
I think so, because...
It's been a while. Yeah. I love J&J Security. A+. I fucking love these guys. They're constantly funny, and I think this...
Great gimmick.
This bit leads entirely to a 6-man tag on Raw.
I want to see that.
I do too.
That's gonna be a good match.
J&J are gonna get their asses kicked. They're probably both of them are gonna get pinned at the same time probably while Seth is on the ramp going like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be a good match. Fun to watch.
The first Kane promo of the night of him standing next to
my God.
a casket.
How long was that?
With like cemetery music. It was probably 2.5 minutes. It was probably 2.5 minutes of him. Daniel Bryan, do you know what this thing is? It's the piece of your destruction. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dead people go into these things.
Morpheus drinking a 40 in a death basket. Like, he's corporate Kane.
Yeah.
He's wearing slacks. He's got hair, but he's calling himself the devil's favorite. They used to keep those two gimmicks separate.
Right.
When he puts the mask on, he would also put the gear on.
Yeah.
But now he's corporate. He's fucking Glenn standing next to this casket doing a fucking devil's favorite demon promo. Like, there's no consistency whatsoever anymore.
No.
I wrote down it was too long, and he was just going through the paces of, like, I've cut this promo 17 times throughout my career, and I'm going to cut it again, because Daniel Bryan, I'm going to spread your butt and throw a paper plane in there.
I must have missed that innuendo.
See, but it wasn't entertaining, so if you got bored and tuned out...
I got bored and tuned out. I don't know what he said.
We're going lightning pace this week, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, clearly this is a fucked up show. I thought they were going to brand this as Raw tonight because Raw got fucked up because of the weather. But this was SmackDown, so we're doing a Raw Talks for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Don't expect this. We're not going to do this. I don't watch SmackDown.
Point I would like to make is I would not be upset if Raw was 2 hours every week.
I'm not going to argue that at all.
It's too long.
It's exactly an hour too long.
It's
too
2 hours.
much.
Like, watching this was the perfect amount of time. How am I gonna close my water?
Where's your water?
It's right here.
I think it'll be fine. Just drink it.
I'm done. I was gonna save
Then why
it for
you
later?
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was gonna bring it to work tomorrow.
When
and
you
then I was
have
gonna pee in the bottle and put the cap on and throw it away, or use it for against my enemies.
when Raw is 3 hours, you end up with shit like the bunny and the rosebuds. When Raw is 3 hours, you wind up with an El Torito 6-man tag.
Yeah.
When Raw is 3 hours, you wind up with assorted nonsense that nobody cares about. I read something on the internet today about we may have seen the last of the rosebuds and the bunny. And my response was, good. That was the goddamn dumbest thing. Who thought that was good TV? Who thought that was good TV?
Oh, somebody with a suit.
I don't ever want it again.
Well,
moving on. Uso versus Kid. I don't know what Uso it was. Nor do I give a shit.
I'm just going to guess and just say Jimmy. Let me know if I'm wrong.
What they should have done, they should let them introduce themselves. So we know who it is, you know? Like Tyson Kidd is like, I'm Tyson Kidd. And then they throw the mic across the ring and the Uso grabs it. He's like, my name is Jeff. That was stupid. This is like the match they teach you how to have in wrestling school. Get in the ring, work the leg, distraction, 1, 2, 3. This was the most copy and paste match. That said, it was better than Show versus Reigns.
It was.
You know, just because it was... I liked that Tyson Kidd won a match.
Yeah, I was glad with the winner.
And I really liked that Cole, because the announcers are terrible. We haven't discussed it at this show, but everybody knows that the announcers suck and they never like make the right talent look good. And Kidd won, and Cole was like, well, it looks like Kidd and Cesaro finally coming into their own. It's like, yes! Like, he gave them a compliment. Let's start believing in them. Yeah. Let's make them a threat to the tag titles and get them off the fucking Usos who don't do anything for me. What? Do you have anything to say? Anything to add?
No, I mean, like you said, it was a...
Rusev and Cena are in the ring. Rusev comes out. He's got his U.S. title. And I love Rusev. And he's carrying the title and he's got the mic over here. And it's just like so good. He's pacing back and forth, pissed off. He's got the mic over here. He can barely yell. And he's yelling and rushing. He's going back and forth. He's probably calling John Cena a motherfucker. And then he was like, ah. And then he cuts his promo, you know? Where it wasn't just like the camera's on and he was like waiting for the red light to go so we can talk. He's already pissed off. He's already pissed off. And so Rusev is like, I love this kind of heel where he's, not every heel needs to be a coward and run out of the ring. Rusev is like, fuck Roman Reigns. I want to fight Brock Lesnar. I should be fighting Brock Lesnar. Where Seth Rollins, who's the top heel in the company, is like, fuck. That's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Rusev was like, I want to fight him. Mm-hmm. I should be facing Lesnar. That's cool. And Rusev is like, of course with Lana, is like, John Cena, you know,
Yeah.
which is awesome. They're
Yeah.
not Rusev. When Cena came out, Rusev wasn't like, oh fuck, like he actually came out. I
Yeah.
didn't think he was here. I love that Cena came out and Rusev was like, okay, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And then Lana was like, don't mess with this pissant or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Rusev was like, yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm really interested to see that match at Fastlane.
Yes.
Is that what it's called? This is like one of the first John Cena matches that I'm actually kind of excited for. I mean, except for the triple threat at the Royal Rumble, but that wasn't a one-on-one match. Another thing we talked about in this segment was, so when Rusev shows up, they replayed what happened with him at the Rumble.
Yeah.
When he comes into the ring at the end. He wasn't out. Never was eliminated.
Make sure you put on your WWE headphones.
Yeah. Because if you saw the Rumble, it was drowned with booze.
Yeah.
And the sound was edited just a little bit when they
maybe
Yeah.
it was edited a little bit.
And it was edited really weird. I'm sure it's hard to edit sound like with the background sound and not like the
cleanly.
announcers.
Yeah.
Because it would be like cheers and then it would just like that would die down and the booze would pop back up.
And you could tell
towards
it's
the
because
end.
when they were cutting from segment to segment.
Yeah.
It's also like, it felt like someone took the fader and didn't set it to a 0.0. They had it like a 0.3.
Yeah.
So you're like, ooh, and then it would cut to the next thing. You want my prediction for Fastlane? Do the Dan Dans want my prediction for Fastlane?
Yeah, give me your prediction.
Rusev goes over at Fastlane.
I was kind of thinking that.
He might cheat to do it,
Yeah.
or he's going to, or Rusev is going to wind up DQ'd. All I know is it's not going to be, obviously, it's not just like, oh, I know it's going to happen because I'm smart.
That's a
Rusev
prediction.
versus Cena 2 at WrestleMania is a shoo-in.
Yeah.
You know?
Another thing I wrote down is Cena, maybe I missed something, but Cena's making a bunch of hoe puns.
I wrote down hoe references. What?
I said, what's with the hoe puns, Cena? Like, I didn't understand that. That seemed really weird.
Because Lana is
a hoe?
extremely hot. Like, she's a hoe.
That seems a little
Sexist.
yeah, and like that's almost out of character.
I don't know about that
Cena to make-
babyface John Cena. No, yeah, that was really dumb.
That was
Moving on. Paige and Nikki backstage. First of all, Renee Young, you know. And then you got Paige, you got Brie Bella, you got Nikki Bella. This whole segment,
that's like the four prettiest ladies in the business.
this whole segment was just like,
Yeah.
like it was so much pretty going on at one time.
It was hard to look at.
The only way this segment
Almost melted
could have
my
been
eyes.
prettier was if like
Dolph Ziggler was there.
or like yeah. I was trying to think of like a really attractive male wrestler to put in there just to throw a curveball and make it funny.
That's what I was trying to
All I could think of was Troy Baker. I should have just referenced the number one handsome boy. They would have understood it just the same. This segment was fucking really good.
It was good, yeah. I loved Paige's reaction when they were making fun of her.
Yeah.
Like her a big fake laugh.
vampire who would suck blood.
Yeah, and then Paige's big fake laugh.
Yeah.
And then, she fucking smacked Brie.
Brie had a great line where Renee was still standing there with the microphone like, ooh, this is getting uncomfortable. And Brie was just like, are you still here? And then Renee was like, oh, fuck. and walked away. Yeah, that whole segment was really good, except at the end. Nikki hits Paige with the belt, and Paige goes down, and then Nikki takes the time to raise the belt over her. Until then, it all felt super real.
Yeah.
It felt like this is an argument that could have happened backstage. But when you take the time to raise the belt, it's just and there it goes. Now we're back in pro wrestling mode.
Do you remember what I said when they started making fun of her pale skin?
No.
I was like, don't make fun of her skin complexion. It's beautiful.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I was really offended that they would make fun of her skin complexion.
We got the Ascension versus the Dusts. That's what I wrote down. The promo at the beginning was terrible.
Well, what else is new?
Who's the guy with the long hair?
I have no idea.
Victor.
Connor
and Victor.
Oscar?
Victor is long... Oscar! Victor has the long hair, I think. And he is just blah, 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 samana, namana. And Connor is standing next to him. He's like... I just spit everywhere. It was the dumbest shit. I feel stupid having just done that. I can only imagine what he felt like, because someone was off camera going, "No, shake more. Make a dumber face. Can you look stupid?" And here before we get to the end of the match, what the fuck was Jerry Lawler talking about? Cole was like, Victor likes to call himself a scalpel. And Byron Saxton goes, who's okay? I'm not totally sold on him as a SmackDown announcer yet. He goes, "Why is that, Cole?" And he was like, "Because he cuts right into his opponents," or whatever, which is lame, but whatever. Mm-hmm. And then Jerry Lawler goes, "Like a biological frog." And I said to the artist...
A biology frog.
A biology frog.
I just got it, though.
Oh, I did too. I
just got it.
Wow. But the way he said it, though, like a biology frog, instead of like a frog in biology class.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way you do... Like, it confused the shit out of me, obviously.
Yeah. And
I still
think
feel
it was
stupid.
kind of delayed. His reaction was delayed,
yeah.
like they weren't talking about the scalpel.
Well, because
anymore.
Fucking whoever backstage was probably in the ears going, King? Like, we talked about this earlier. We set this thing up for you. And he was just, he's having another heart attack at ringside. What the fuck was the ref talking about in this match?
What did he say?
There's a part where, like, Connor needed to get out of the ring because he wasn't legal. And the ref goes, "All the way out! All the way out!" It's just like, he knows. He knows how tag team wrestling works. He's in a fucking tag match. And then Goldust is being pushed over to his ring after Stardust tagged himself in. He goes, "All the way down! All the way down!" What the fuck was he talking about?
All the way down?
I wrote down all the way
where?
out and all the way down.
Down? Where's he supposed to go? Under the ring?
Biology class. And cut the frogs with a scalpel. I wrote down, what the fuck is with the dusts? Stardust tagged himself in. We've got the classic partner thinks he's too good, and then maybe leads to them facing each other at WrestleMania, which rumors is Goldust is going to retire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, he's old. He's had a good last run here.
Oh, for sure.
So, and like the Dust Brothers were just baby faces for this match. Like, weren't we conditioned to hate them a couple months ago?
I don't know. They were talking. Okay, so I said something. The black guy announcer, what's his name?
Byron Saxton.
Is he supposed to be like the heel announcer?
I have no idea.
Because he was talking about the Ascension. I felt like they were faces. Like, they come in here and they're not afraid of anyone. They like come in and they challenge the biggest guys. Like,
which they didn't.
I know.
They challenged tag teams that disbanded in like 1994.
it was weird.
And I definitely see what you're saying there. And so the Ascension came in and immediately thought, like, oh, these guys are jabronis.
Yeah.
And then they go over the Outlaws at the Royal Rumble in a match that never should have happened, let alone in the main card. And now tonight they go over the Dust Brothers, who are, like, former tag team champions and are not 78 years old.
Yeah.
So now they win, and then someone's just like, man, the Ascension could be the real deal. Why didn't you just bring them in as the real deal? What was this whole rigmarole that we went through?
Being a joke.
Yeah.
Like a...
I don't know. So after this, we cut to, because we skipped over one, we cut to the third Kane promo of the night.
He's just standing there.
I wrote down, has Kane been standing there all night? He's just standing there like...
I think he probably took a nap in the casket.
Yeah.
And they're like, come on, get up. We're going to cut to you soon. And he's like, all right.
It was the dumbest shit. Like, he had to have been standing there all night. And if we're not led to believe he was standing there all night, we're led to believe that he dropped the Kane gimmick, went and sat down for a while, and then they're like, Kane, come on, we need another one. Either way you look at it, kayfabe or not, it's dumb. Yeah. And he was just repeating the same shit over and over. So let's not spend too much time on it. We got the Magic Man. Should that be a new trademark of the show every time we switch segments?
You can do it.
I feel like you could snap too.
Like that? See,
Let's snap at the same time. 1, 2, 3. That was bad.
That was a little...
So we got the Magic Man.
I snapped right at 3. You waited.
I'm going to snap here, and then you do your 2. Are you ready? I'm going to do this one.
My snaps are not on point tonight.
I'm going to do this one, then you do that one, then I'm going to do this one, then you do that one. Are you ready?
Oh, okay.
Bad. One more.
I keep fucking...
You're the worst!
We'll work on it off camera.
We just skipped. We're like 4 weeks ahead now. After all those snaps.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
We have the Magic Man backstage, and he's doing a bit. He's shoving shit up his ass, and he's got a wooden egg. It was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
The best part, the whole bit was kind of stupid until fucking Ron Killings.
Mizdow?
No.
The Miz?
Ron Killings.
R-Truth.
Okay, quick. Why can't I remember his name anymore? He pops the egg on his head, and it, like, drips down, and then Truth is like, ha! Ha!
Well, first he goes, the yoke's on you.
Yeah.
And then,
that laugh would just I found that laugh funny, and it saved this whole stupid thing.
And I like that the magician didn't like wind up and smash it. He just like cracked it. Like he was cracking the egg, like just to
Bray Wyatt cuts a promo.
Yeah.
I wrote down, what the fuck are you saying?
Okay. I never ever understand what Bray Wyatt's talking about. Ever. I don't understand his motives, his angles, but I love it. Like I feel like I should, like I'm not supposed to. Like it's just in his mind he's justified and he's fucking God in his mind.
Or just like, I'm too dumb to know what he's saying.
But he might be the smartest man in the building.
He could be right. You think he's right? I have no idea.
He's confident.
Yeah, he really didn't say anything other than, like, we're starting a new angle on Monday with me. That's, like, really all he said.
Well, yeah, and with the Rumble, the way, like, they were obviously really trying to push him as, you know, the monster.
A world beater.
Yeah.
They put him, well, they call him the world eater.
Whatever.
But in MMA, there's a term world beater for a guy who's, like, really good.
Because when he was with the family, they were wrecking house for a while.
Yeah.
Then they broke up, and
then he lost to Jericho.
He lost to Jericho, to Cena. Mm-hmm. He beat Dean, but
he beat Dean like 3 out of 4 times, I think.
Yeah, and the last one was fucking stupid.
Yeah, and that whole thing was a super letdown, in my opinion.
That rivalry, it didn't.
There was
do
a
anything.
lot more that I felt like they were capable of.
I feel like he kind of lost some momentum.
Definitely.
So I think they're definitely trying to raise his momentum again, which I'm really happy. I'm happy about. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Bray.
I decided I don't want to make the snapping a trademark.
Okay.
Kane versus Bryan. That's all I wrote down. It's Kane versus Bryan. I have seen this match too many times now.
No.
I am bored of this match.
We were talking so much during this match.
I like both of these guys.
I didn't pay attention.
But I'm over this match.
Yeah.
Bryan wins. Okay, they really didn't do anything.
No, nothing's too special.
Cool. Like, who gives a fuck? And that was SmackDown this week.
Yeah.
I don't watch SmackDown ever because I feel like this is always what it is. It's a bunch of throwaway stuff, and you should watch Monday. I don't care. I'll just watch Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all I want to watch wrestling-wise currently is I want to watch Raw, I want to watch NXT, and I want to watch the pay-per-views. If I had easier access to, like, Ring of Honor and New Japan and everything...
Don't forget freelancewrestling.com.
Well, you know, that's... I don't even consider that really, like wrestling in these categories, because I like, that's a live experience. You know, if you go to the Abbey Pub in Chicago, like, for $15 you get the best night of wrestling you've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you can go to freelancewrestling.com and get a DVD and experience that way, you know. But that's what I'm talking about. It was weird.
They know I'm getting serious.
So this was like the second mini episode of Raw Talks for SmackDown. Which you'll never see again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're not going to do this anymore.
Yeah.
For SmackDown, Raw Talks is still going to go every week. We love everyone who's been watching. This show is exceeding my expectations big time.
Absolutely.
And keep watching. Because this show is doing so well, I went and I picked up a little goodie.
Ooh, shit.
And I was like, you know what? I really appreciate everybody who's watching. You know what they would appreciate? The chance to win this Defining Moments Hulk Hogan figure.
How do you enter?
Well...
Because I might want to enter.
I'm going to give the details on Twitter when I come up with them. You can follow me on @idea616 if you want to follow me there. You know what I'm saying? Feel me?
I thought I apologize for assuming you had this figured out by now.
No. Well, because this is only like the second episode, and I don't want to start giving shit away before we actually have like a good base going.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Just to get a base. We love you, Dan Dan. Stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter @idea616 for the contest details as they come out. We're going to see you next week for Raw Talks.
Bye-bye. Perfect.
That was spot the fuck on.
I'm proud.
Bird up!
616.